Okay, so this is how I do the seasoning. First of all, you need to store the seasoning in the refrigerator. So I do have Avery's here, okay? And right now, this bag has 2 bottles. The first bottle is empty. That's that leather primer that Avery had that was poured into Avery's new pipe bag. So I only kept the empty bottle so that he would have it as a reference. But it's empty. So, and then this one, this bigger one, is the actual seasoning. They call it bag dressing, and it does give good instructions on the outside. So I'm going to leave you to that. But basically, you'll take the lid off of it, and then you can just pour in 1/4 of the contents of that thing into the pipe bag. It won't be hung up anymore. You can lay it flat on the floor. You're going to reinsert the rubber stoppers though before you do that, and the blowpipe, right? I'll reinsert all of those before you do that. Pour the stuff in here and then zip it back up. And the instructions explain how you're going to inflate the bag, swish around that liquid so it gets into all the little nooks and crannies. You can kind of hear it when it trickles down and drips into all the little inner seams of the bag. And then what it doesn't say there is, when it's inflated like that, is you want to kind of kneel on the bag. You put it on the floor and you kneel on it. And you're trying to apply a lot of pressure to the pore space, any pore space that might be in here. And that seasoning is getting into it, into the leather. And so don't be afraid to kneel on it. Just make sure your rubber stoppers are in good and strong. So hopefully that makes sense for the last phase of things. And then once you do that for like 5 minutes, that whole process of inflating, swishing it around, kneeling on it, re-inflating if you can, kneeling on it again, swishing the seasoning around. You need to reach in there with your hand at the beginning and make sure that seasoning is getting into all of these. See this seam here? On the inside of that, there are 2 pieces of leather that meet. So you want to get the seasoning in there as well. Hopefully that makes sense. But when that's all done, then you're going to go ahead and drain it again in this fashion. For it just says about 2 hours, but you can do it overnight, okay? And then when that's all done, you're going to take your those brushes, those little swab brushes that fit in the drone stocks, and clean them out and put everything back together, okay?